swear, I timed that perfectly every single time. Welcome back, guys, to ESL TV. This is the Black Monster Cup. This is the grand finals of the Spanish qualifiers. We have SBC going up against OG here, and SBC currently up 1-0 in this best of 3. And we will see with their current lineup if they can take it a 2-0 sweep, or our OG be going to be able to fight back here. And right now, all it takes is one thresh hook, and Jerome, ooh, he might get caught by it. He's going to start running away. He does have Ghost, obviously. He's going to get the slow off onto him. But you see the flash and the hook. He's going to land. He only has Ghost to get away. They're going to pop the stun to him. They're going to go straight for him here. Jerome, he's going to go down. That is first blood. Going over to SBC. Fantastic little bit of play out of them. And we see who got the first blood. That was actually going over to Steve. And now, Jerome, he's not going to be happy with that one, as unfortunately was that first death. But let's go over the lineups real quick for you guys if you just tuned in and weren't here earlier on. We have Doug, Steve, Carbonite, Belgian Beast, Matraco, and Urao on the side of SBC. And over for OG, we have Jerome, Narutador, Exterminare, Samix, and Babetta. So with that first blood getting underway, nice little bit of motivation and nice little bit of play coming out of SBC. And it looks like Carbonite going to be starting towards his red, or maybe, let's say maybe starting towards blue, but he's actually going to go towards red. Going to start off with that, then make his way up towards the top. Steve able to buy a ward from that first blood. Obviously, you don't really get, or sorry, you got 2 wards, I think. No, just 1, sorry. You don't get as much from first blood anymore after the Season 4 patch, so it's not going to mean too much, but obviously it's going to mean quite a bit here. They did use Ignite, though. They were forced to only use 1 flash, so they're going to be able to benefit off that pretty well here. Nerdstore going to be able to lock down his red. And we see Carbonite pick up his at the same time. So I'm going to get back to lane here. And Steve going to have a little bit of an experience advantage over him. But Carbonite, though, he's going for a blue invade. Oh, and they see Narutador going for a gank top lane. He's completely going to counter him here. I don't believe he's even spotted going for the blue, or was he? But he's sticking towards his top side. He's looking for a gank onto him to punish Steve, but he has flash available. And now he's heading down, it looks like, to go towards his blue buff. But Carbonite, he's already on it. He has no smite, but he is Kha'Zix. He's going to take it either way. And they're going to get a complete steal off this. Fantastic bit of play. And they predicted that pretty much perfectly right now. Into the bottom lane, though, 5-7 CS. We do have Babetta and Samix currently with a little bit of a lead. We did have Nerdsador sneak in for a little bit of a gank towards middle, but going to be backing away towards his blue now, and he's going to realize, crap, it's not there. So he's got to make something happen off of this. He's going for another gank in middle, looking for a kill onto Belgian Beast right now, and he's going to come in from the backside. Belgian Beast will be able to escape the zone. He does have flash to get away. Nerdsador should have that combo, and actually flashes out of it, but the flash comes in. He does get the slow here, and Belgian Beast, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to escape this one. What ability does he have? He actually has his E and his Q. He doesn't have his heal. He has a slow, but Exterminator, he's going to pick up that kill. And now blue buff is going to be contested here. He's looking for it, but Carbonite coming in with the red buff, coming in hard with that level 3, looking for the kill into Exterminator. He has his flash. He's going to get the kill. Now Nerdsador going to go head-to-head against Carbonite here. The red buff versus red buff, and Carbonite looking to do quite a bit of damage. He doesn't have a way to escape here. If he's dueling in 1v1, he almost gets the kill. Nerdsador does lock that one down. He does secure his blue buff back again, and he picks up the 1 kill and the 1 assist from that. So a good little bit of play from OG there, and maybe those SBC get a little bit too cocky, but they end up pulling that one out, and we're all tied up here 2-2. I just realized I didn't even leave my Twitter open to actually see the tweets that I got from you guys. So we actually have from what, Steve Roman, I can't even say your name from Twitter, 2-0 most likely, but we would like to see a 3rd game. Jamie Foyle says, I like the cookies are going to bake it out a 2-0 victory. Bake it out a 2-0 victory. I see what you did there. In the meantime, though, Carbonite could be able to lock down his own blue buff here. Even his award on it in the hands of OG, but not going to matter either way. They're not going to try to contest it. Traco getting harassed quite a bit here, and Samix able to build up a little bit of a CS lead right now. It's obviously not that much. It'd be about 3. But it is a lead nonetheless here. Carbonite going to be going for his white camp. And we're seeing Nerdsador at level 3, approaching level 4 soon. Probably looking for a gank on a Belgian Beast here because he has to refresh on his red buff. Belgian Beast has no flash. Does finally have a heal now. But it's going to be very dangerous. And you see the pressure applied to him. He doesn't have wards to really spot him coming in either. So this is really bad. But now in the meantime, Babetta getting very low bottom lane. Knight is down on top of him. Hero doesn't have flash to get him though. So he used it a little bit earlier on. We do have Nerdsador coming down from the jungle though. He's looking for a gank onto the backside of him. They have to be very careful. Matraco, he has flash, he has barrier, but Euro has nothing. And with that double bust, this should be the death of someone here. Samix pushing in, looking for the kill on Matraco. Matraco actually dodged it with his E. Nice switch over to Euro. They're not going to have the knock-up, and they're actually going to be able to walk away from this without losing anyone. And Carbonite, he's even heading down from the jungle, but he is spotted out by a ward here. He's not going to be able to get in there, make a kill happen. And it's just going to be equal across the board between both teams. And Belgian Beast, he's still farming decently well on the bottom lane, so he's not hurting too bad on that. But that threat of Nerdsador coming in can really punish him. You see Matraco pushed up here. I think Carbonite realized he was stay on top of a ward. And he's just going to back away. Meantime, top lane, Jerome actually winning in CS right now. I believe he should be able to beat Renekton early on. Actually, should be able to beat Renekton for the majority of the time. Actually, I think it's the other way. Renekton should be able to beat Olaf very early. Olaf should be able to beat him throughout the rest of the time. Just with that true damage he's able to get. Not to mention if he does level up his Undertow, which is actually one for the true damage, so I'm not going to have that one. But he has the ability to farm from range, which Renekton doesn't really have, but obviously he can slice nice in and out. So, Valkyries, no flash still. Euro finally able to get his back up here. Renekton doesn't have flash. He's actually going around to go for the double golems here. Not going to gank middle yet again. And Steve still just farming away. Does have the Doran's Blade. We saw Jerome start with a Doran's Blade. Actually picked up another one, so using that for lifesteal. Steve going it onto him. He is level 6. Jerome going to have to be very careful here. Nerdstore is going to be coming in from the lane. Sorry, not from the lane, from the the river. But a level 6 Renekton's going to be very hard to deal with. The Nerdstore doesn't have red buff anymore. And they do spot him out. They do go in here. He does get the knockup, but just going to back away right off of that. There's that Jerome wasn't in a position to help him out. And Jerome also very, very low on health. Carbonite coming in from the lane this time, not from the river. Got it correctly. And he actually will be spotted out by that ward going in towards the tribe. But I saw a question in chat. I'll answer that in just a second here because they actually might go for a dive onto this. But Jerome has hit level 6 finally. Carbonite going to be coming in. And it looks like they're not going to take this one up even though Steve does have his ultimate available. Carbonite just going to back away instead. And yeah, Bellatrix is playing in this qualifier. So what you need to do to actually play in the qualifiers, have 2 people from the region that the qualifiers in, and then your team can play. Nurtador, Samix and Babetta, I believe, are all from Spain and all still residing in Spain, so they have the ability to play with just those 2 people, even though they have 3. Carbonite going head against Naruto, though, and he's actually being forced to back away. He does have the jump, does dodge the knockup, and does have Belchbeast coming from the side. Belchbeast is level 6. They do have the ultimate. He does pop it on top, and Carbonite going to be still alive. The Knight's not going to be able to take him, or to get the kill. Jerome with the Ghost, not going to be able to escape. Belchbeast is going to pick that one up, but here comes Big Man Gragas from the side. Is he going to go for the fight here? Is he going to go for that red buff steal? They don't have, actually, they do have a ward right there, but not enough to actually see it being done. Looks like they will get one away. Carbonite gonna escape, gonna get some farm on that top side. I'm gonna have another 1,000 gold or more to spend here. Well, Babetta looks like he's gonna die off this one. I'm not sure what he was doing right there, but walks straight in. Marchi does go down. And that is a kill going over to Matraco, but now we do have Exterminari coming down. He's gonna run into a pink ward, so if anything, he's gonna be able to pick that one off. He wants more than that. He has ultimate available, and he has flash. He probably could kill Euro off of this if he does land the barrel. Nerds are even coming in as well. So we have a 4-man dive for which could turn it into a dragon off of this. So either Belgium needs to do something about it. He needs to either push middle, shove it, come down. And it looks like he will be coming down here, but they will be spotted out by that lantern. And now Euro is going to be in tough position here. Matraco trying to clear out the way as quick as possible. Euro going to get taken down. And here goes Matraco. Naruto are taking quite a bit of damage. Going to flash out this one. He's going to be fine. Now, Semix taking up the turret. I'm pretty sure they probably could have picked that one up, but instead they're going to back away because they feel that Belgian Beast is going to be heading down. Actually, they saw him heading down. But will he be able to pick something up off of this? Naruto are sticking around. They're actually on top of a ward here, and Belgium Beast is going to get out with the Q. Stays alive by just a little bit here. Here comes Babetta from the side. He doesn't have stun available here, but they're chasing down. They get the slow in the hands of Exterminari. Belgian Beast looking for the escape here. He's going to get it with the speed up from the heal and the ultimate. He's just stay like Carbonite now. He's being forced to run away. He does have jump to escape this one. He's going to stay alive. So from all of that, no kills traded. Sorry, 1 kill traded as Euro was the man to die. But still a lead in favor currently of SBC. Yeah, well, if I was good, I probably would have tried. That's a story of my life. Alright, though, I'm going to pick up his red buff here. Let's have 3 long swords. Because 2 and 1 is clearly not enough. And so I'm going to be taking his Wraith Camp. We have Steve going to be pushing past. Almost has that Sunfire Cape done. Going to be proxy farming here. Forces Nerdstore to visit that top side. And Nerdstore also has his red and... Actually, doesn't have his red available because that was actually taken by Belgian Beast and by Carbonite. It was locked down actually by Steve, though. So he's not going to clear that camp out. He will have the time on it eventually, but SBC won't. Bottom lane, though, we see some action breaking out with Choco getting pretty low here. Samix going to be chasing down with the hands. Help of Babetta. Babetta actually going to pick up the kill here. Samix has a lot of life left here, but Euro, he's trying to go for the kill. He's going to get taken out. He's going to get stunned up, and that's another kill coming in. Double kill in favor of Babetta right there. And the bottom lane of OG doing a lot better this game than they did prior on in that first game of this best of 3. KO actually is maxing Q, for you guys who are wondering at home. Not going for the max on E here. Top lane Steve, still taking a little bit of damage, but just going to heal up quite a bit from that empowered Q. And just going to slice and dice his way in and out of that fight. Belgian Beast was even going down to Ward. Dragon hasn't been done just yet, and if that gank bottom went a little bit different, they might have been able to pull that one off, but Much for them, they were spotted out by that ward, and we had Belgian Beast come down with the help of Carbonite as well. But taking a look at farm, Serenari does have a CS lead middle for a split second. We'll be able to maintain it here with this wave, though. Top lane, Steve has a CS lead over Jerome at the moment. And bottom lane, there is a big CS lead in favor currently of Samix of 84 to 64. And take a look at overall gold, 3,000 to 3,500. So 500 gold difference between the 80 carries. Mid lane, that's like sub 100 at the moment. Top lanes, that's 600 in favor of Steve. So we see the lanes that are really getting strong here. And Samix, just a little bit of power he's been able to apply early on. Has definitely been helping out quite a bit. It's going to help kind of make up for his mid-game lack of power, lull of power. That was a little cheeky by Euro throwing that lantern back, making Samix think that a jungler was coming in, but he wasn't. Now Steve, gotta be a little bit careful here. We do have Naruto over towards the top side. I don't believe he was spotted by that ward here, but he is level 6. Again, it's really hard to lock down a Renekton, who has those 2 charges of Slice and Dice if he uses them correctly, and has obviously that flash to get away here. And SBC still being very aggressive at bottom. Euro is still doing that trick over and over, trying to scare them out here. But there is a ward in that bush. They know there's no one there, and they just turn that aggression around right back onto him. Carbonite going to be going for Dragon here. He's going to be able to pull this one off with that Spirit of the Elder Lizard. Getting another early Dragon for his team, about 11 minutes in. And that will maintain them that gold lead, though only by 1,000 at the moment. Not as much as they had, obviously, in that game prior. And Naruto now trying to be aggressive here. We'll be running right by a ward. Does have those boots ability. Going to catch out Carbonite, but Carbonite's going to turn this straight onto him. Look at that damage he's been able to do here. Naruto doesn't have flash to get away. Carbonite just going to back away instead. Doesn't have his flash either. He pops his ultimate to stealth away. We're a little bit scared of Exterminator right there, but now he's heading down towards the bottom. Not going to be spotted by a ward here. And this fake lantern pull is actually going to work. He's going to come in here. He's going to actually jump right on top of Beta. Beta does have flash to get away, though, and they actually don't go for it. They just blow the flash and back away completely. A little bit confused on why he didn't go in for that. Maybe he didn't have his jump available at the time. Maybe he was just a little bit scared of where the other team was, but here he goes. Ultimate coming out of Exterminator. Doesn't do any damage to Belgium, but does knock him out of position. And Belgium is still staying in this fight. He's going to get taken down here by Exterminator. Or will he? He has a little bit of health left. He does get the slow. He's going to get body slammed, though. Exterminator going to pick up that one, but now Carbonite coming from the side. He does not have flash. Exterminator will have that body slam. Obviously, the jump going to come over the wall. Is it going to be enough? He's going to chase him down. He's not going to get the slow. Exterminator is going to escape from that one. And he should better run away without getting killed here. So, Matraco going to be survive through his teammate tanking up that ace in the hole. We still have that slight goal lead, though, in favor currently of SBC. Bottom lane, though, for OGs doing fairly well, though, even though Beta has those 2 kills. And Rao needs to be a little bit careful here. You know, for a cheeky flatter turret. Does get stunned up. Does get a lot of damage done onto him. And he almost goes down from right there. But Carbonite coming for the back here. He's looking for something. He knows Beta doesn't have flash to get away. He's going to stealth in. Beta, he's going to be in trouble. Doesn't get the isolated damage from Kha'Zix, but he's going to get the damage nonetheless. He's going to go down. And where Kha'Zix was changed around in the last patch as well. Oh, and Naruto are going deep. Use the Cataclysm under the turret. He's going to go down for this. Samix, though, going to pick up a kill onto Euro. I'm not sure if that was a good trade in the end, but you have to remember, oh, wow, Samix getting solo off that Carbonite. Going for the jump, gets the double kill for Samix. Picks that one up, getting a little bit too aggressive right there. To remind you guys at home, how Kha'Zix was changed up. His isolation damage off of his Q was reduced from, I think it was 40% boost to 35, if I'm not mistaken. So it's actually a pretty big nerf in the end for him. Either way, he does have a BF sword picked up. I actually think he might be going for a Bloodthirster. Not going for that that Brutalizer anytime soon. That top turret very low on health still. And Steve going to continue to proxy farm, but Nerdstar, he's here. He doesn't have ultimate, doesn't have flash. And Steve going to have obviously everything up to get away from this one. And he should be fine, but he's going to get slowed up here. They're going to chase him down. He's actually going to get knocked up as well. Actually flashed down the knock up instead. But now he needs a Slice and Dice to come up here. It's going to be up in 3 seconds. He has to survive for a little bit longer. He's going to be up in time just to escape over this wall. And they do back away because of Belgian Beast and Carbonite heading up from middle. Carbonite, though, going to be going for a little bit of invade. I believe he was not spotted out by that ward. And they see Exterminator coming. They might be able to turn this one onto him. He actually jumps straight into him. Doesn't do too much damage, but now Naruto has to be very careful. If they were to just go towards that golem side, they would spot him out, but instead they back away. And they don't have that timer on red, so a little bit unfortunate for them. Exterminator not going to be too much trouble right there. Season coming in from that ward, and Matraco still being really aggressive with that Bloodthirster, but they're between both 80 carries, but right now 203 Samix is really doing work for them. And Dragon should be coming up here in just a little bit. Carbonite, what did he evolve? He actually did evolve his Q. Building up his W second here, and we're going to have Exterminate pick up his blue buff. Top lane, 151 to 200, 122 CS, so a lead building up for Steve. They're going to need that tank when it comes to these fights, but what they don't have is protection for Jerome, who can just ultimate and ghost in straight onto Matraco at the moment. So they're going to need to burst someone down quickly, and that's a relatively squishy lineup. Nurtador coming in for a gank on the bottom. This has ultimate available now. There is a ward, though, in this bush, so it would be spotted coming in. And he's going to stick around. He's not backing away. I believe Beta should know there's a ward there because he can just auto-attack from that bush on accident. Well, not on accident, but he would know it. Steve, though, going for a little bit of a blue steal. Or, sorry, red steal. I can't even color anymore, let alone talk. Gonna be picking that one up. Nurture is currently bottom lane. They know he's there, so he knows he's gonna get it for free. And you can see SBC trying to play it off like they don't know he's there. But clearly they do. I mean, with how far back they're playing, clearly they do. And with Jerome going back with his top lane, it might mean that Steve can finally take down that top turret. Gonna pick up that Sunfire cape as he went back. Steve gonna shove the lane in here yet again. Carbonite's taking down towards the bottom side. He wants to turn this gank around here, and Winchor didn't have the best of luck on Olaf with his ganks last game. Seems to be doing a little bit better this time, and you can see they're just kind of waiting for the counter. They're not trying to initiate it themselves. Winchor's committing a lot of time down here. Top turret finally has fallen in favor of SBC. That will be the first one of the game. Carbonite's still here. They're actually going in on Samix right there. He gets caught with the hook. This is not good. And he does stun up Matraco here, but here goes Nurtador from the side. Not going to get that knock on to Carbonite. Carbonite, is he going to jump in for this? Yes, he does. He gets the kill. He's not going to have the reset on his jump, but he will have the lantern there. He's trying to pick it up. He does eventually get in the last second. Is he not going to be enough? No, they don't get the kill onto him. And now Kale there in time to keep away Exterminari. Maybe we'll turn this onto him for a little bit, so we'll have that buy time to get over the wall, but fantastic little bit of play right there. The lantern coming at the exact perfect time. Unite not enough to pick up that kill, and they pick up 2 for 0 right there. And Dragon Cup in 20 seconds, that actually might be enough for them to pick it off. Belgium Beast getting knocked away from Exterminari, but that ultimate will be down now. And that does mean Dragon is a more likely possibility, but the respawn's coming in with those boots and ability on Nurtador. It looks like they're not going to try to take it right when it comes up here. Just go back, buy up, and get the items I need, and Carbonite. Bloodthirster. He does not play tanky junglers, apparently. Does have that done. And we see the Nash's Tooth now done for Belgium Beast top lane. Though we see a dive come out of Jerome here, and actually might be forced to run away off this. We do have the Ignite onto Steve here. He could turn this one around if he would just use it. Maybe one more auto attack would be enough. Said he's just going to back away. Guess he's not sure where Nurtador is, and pretty sure he might have been able to win out that fight if he hit maybe a couple more attacks. His Ignite does how much damage right now? 290. Pretty sure he could have pulled that one off in the end, but going to play it safe either way. Turret probably going to fall from this, though. And I guess he wants to back out for Dragon. Like I said, actually he's heading top lane, so it looks like he doesn't want to make that one happen. But they see, I believe, Exterminari backing away under turret. There's no words currently down on Dragon. And Samix fails the E over the wall, so he's going to be out of an escape mechanism. But they're trying to go for this very quickly, and you can see the damage from Kale and Kha'Zix just makes this so possible. They picked it up really quickly. I've seen them try to back away or try to go in here. Belgium Beast wants to go for the fight. Exterminari does have his ultimate available, though. And they continue to go in for this. We see Steve finally coming in from the backside from spawn. They do get the kill onto Nurtador as he does try to get to Dragon Strike away. Unfortunately for him, he gets taken down by the Q. And there's another kill going over to Carbonite. Now 6-2 and 2. And it looks like they want this middle turret as well here. Though, luckily for OG, they have the bottom lane pushing. They're trying to get that turret and trade a 1-for-1 here. But right now, let's push on the middle. They're going to get the turret. The ultimate Alegragas will go down here. That's still a nice little bit of a kill right there. Nurtador does have flash to get away this time, but they got Dragon off it as well. So a nice 3,000 gold lead here in favor of SBC. And right now you're seeing Babetta and Samix. They want to set something up right now. You can see that Phoenix Codex picked up for Babetta on Annie. He's actually not in the bush, which is a little bit confusing for me. I don't know why he's not in the bush. I think maybe he thinks he's in the bush, or maybe trying to bait them out. I don't know on that one. That one seems a little bit weird. Well, let's just look away from that now. Let's just look at middle, where there's a lot of farming going on. Alright, now Steve, everyone's talking about him. Currently level 13, 196 CS. Keeping up with that 10 CS per minute marker. 202 now. Has a lot of money to spend, I would think. 1,200, not a bad amount to spend. We see 1,100 onto Matraco and 1,400 onto Carbonite. And we also not really much money to spend for them. I think they just bought up recently. And you're seeing Belgian Beast be very, very passive, considering he doesn't have wards down to see anyone coming in. He doesn't have that flash to escape. It's actually a new skin release for Renekton. I found out today when I logged on the client. Haven't seen it just yet, but I did buy it, obviously. I actually don't even play Renekton. It's a little bit weird. But anyways, I have RP to do it anyways. I don't really care about unlocked account. But right now, we're seeing 9-8 score, 21 minutes in. I feel like I was just bragging right there. And about a 4,000 gold lead. Still, sorry, 3,000 gold lead in favor of SBC. And Steve going to just push straight past Jerome and is backing away. And continue to farm up here. Meantime, though, Carbonite trying to go for a gank here. Bottom Rich Door will be coming down as well. So we're going to have that 3-on-3 battle develop here. All right, who's going to get the kill? We have a Zeal now done for both AD carries. Rich Door not spotted coming in. And we do have Carbonite. Actually, the stun coming out of Matraca. They go straight for Semix in the backside. Semix getting very low flashes out of it. And we see Carbonite pick up the kill onto him. We do see, unfortunately for Matraca, trying to run away. The double kill comes for Carbonite, who survives with just a sliver of health. And now Matraca trying to lifesteal off the golems, trying to stay alive here as Exterminator even trying to come in. The stun going to land onto him. He's going to die from this one. And Babetta going to pick that one up, but is he going to survive off this? Belgium is going to get the slow onto him. Babetta going to flash over the wall straight into Euro. He's going to pick that one up. And they do pick up 2-3 kills for only losing one man. And Carbonite, he is just ridiculously fed. And Bloodthirster, that Brutalizer in as well. Another 1,100 gold to spend. I wonder if they can keep this snowballing, or if the tankiness out of OG will be able to kind of catch up here soon. But Exterminator trying to go for a gank here, I guess, a little bit onto Belgian Beast. Still doesn't have that flash available. Looking for that body slam, but Belgian Beast able to get fast enough away, even stopping to laugh onto him. Uses the ultimate for, I guess, no apparent reason. Does the attack speed slowed up here, but they're going for the kill onto him. Exterminator gonna get taken down by Carbonite. Belgian Beast just baiting him in right there. And Carbonite is now dominating 9-2-2. Ridiculous scoreline out of him. But Jerome looking for a little bit of payback here, coming for the backside, but Carbonite has those wings to get away. Gonna jump off to that one. Jerome does use the Ghost, does get the slow on a Carbonite here, so he's going to be a little bit of trouble. Will the Lantern come in and save him? The Ignite is down onto him. It isn't going to save him. They don't actually use the Lantern on Jerome. Going to get taken down, though, into Carbonite in the end. With their red buff and with that spread of the Yellow Lizard, now Naruto are going to go down as well. The Black Cleaver has been finished up for Carbonite, but Steve going straight in on the Samix Zero is going to go down. Steve in a 1-on-2 situation with Matraca finally coming in, turning into a 3-on-3. Matraca picking up with the Colin. That's the first time I've ever seen the Colin pick up a gun, or a kill, sorry. And that will be OG surrendering here. That will be a 2-0 clean sweep coming out of Steve Bakes Cookies. Clearly he's putting something in those cookies. I don't want to say what it is if they've been able to pull off that clean 2 sweep. Haven't dropped a map the entire night. And you can see 10-3-2 Carbonite. You have a 2-0-2 Steve in the top lane, a 233 CS. 2-2-6 mid lane, 2-2-3 bottom lane, 1-4-12 onto Euro. Even has a Ginsu's Rage Blade. I don't know why he picked up that, but I felt like he probably felt like he could. On the other side, though, I mean, they had a good kill spread across the board. They had 11 kills. They had 4, unfortunately, onto Babetta, but they had 2 onto Samix, they had 2 onto Exterminator, they had 2 onto Narutador, even 1 onto Jerome. But that 10-3 Kha'Zix was just too much to deal with, and they pull through in that one. And I'm going to take you through the brackets real quick just to show you how that team got here today. I hit the wrong button. There it is. They came in through the bottom side of the bracket, so they ended up beating for the win, beating Ray Club, beating out Ocelot's team, who was Gamers 2, and then they come out to beat Over Gaming, who, if you look at it, I mean, Urzor was on TCM, you have Matraco and Belgian Beast, who were on TCM as well. Very well played by them. They win the 250 euros and the better seeding come into the spring finals, but still, OG can come out with their heads held high. They're still going to be into the grand finals coming up a little bit later on this year, and obviously, you guys at home, you have your chance to participate in these qualifiers as well. Let me go ahead and take a look back on the Black Monster Cup site and show you, or at least tell you, which qualifiers will be coming up. So next week, on the 18th, we will have France qualifiers. On the 25th of February, we'll have the Nordic ones. On the 4th of March, we'll have Germany. On the 10th, we'll have the United Kingdom. On the 10th, we'll also have Turkey. 18th, we'll have Russia. The 24th, we'll have Benelux. So if you guys are out there and you want to participate, make sure to head over to blackmonstercup.com. As long as you have 2 people from that region, you can play in those qualifiers, and you can obviously get involved in this as well. So I really appreciate you guys watching. That's going to be it for me tonight. I'm going to play a little bit of music as we do go off, but make sure to follow me on Twitter at @JKaplan. I will be there, obviously, tweet with you guys if you ever have any questions or anything like that. Also, make sure to follow the Twitch channel, because that's where we will be doing all the Black Monster Cup series coming up in the next few weeks. Actually, quite a few weeks. And wherever I have any extra League of Legends action, for instance, until Extreme Match is coming up in March for Katowice for the World Finals, that will be here as well. So guys, thank you much for tuning in. I'll stick around and chat for a little bit to chat with you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy the music. Hopefully we'll see you guys next week on Wednesday for the France qualifiers, and hopefully we'll see you then.